So that is why when other people are coming to talk to me, say, leave this thing now, saying it's some man. I said, how? When somebody steals from you, then you say, maybe they carry your wife and your picking go. How? So I thank each and every one of you, and I rededicate and recommit that we will fight this battle to the end of the day.
Hello my wonderful viewers, you're welcome back to my channel. Guys, Asue Gadolo, I don't know what the guy is made up of, because up till now he still believes say he go win this his case. You've seen the video now, he's so confident. We know everything as the tribunal case stay waka, yet he still dey believe say he go reach Supreme Court. But for that Supreme Court, before he get to that Supreme Court, saying go get his mandate back. They call him a man of courage. We hope say this in courage go lead am to the end. But just like what he said that between the High Court and the Supreme Court, say obviously God will come in. Based on that, I get to just stand with him. Inside the video, he made a shocking revelation, very shocking revelation, guys. He said these APC people were ready to bribe people during that tribunal matter. He said right even in his presence, one of his witness dey there dey answer call wey dey offer am 30 million. We know as money take change, and when APC dey look for people wey dey go use as witness, nobody gree come out. They were ready to offer, I think 20 million each to anybody wey go come out, yet nobody gree come out to witness for APC, INEC and Okpebolo. And after all the drama wey happen for tribunal, yet the tribunal still declare that Okpebolo is the winner. You see how sad it is that in Nigeria now, people don't believe in the electoral process. They just believe say election result na wetin people go sit down for their bedroom, write the names of those people wey be say dem want make you win. Na so Tinubu tell them when some set of people go visit am before the Edo State election, go visit am for Aso Rock. He tell them say, I will deliver Edo State to you. That was what he said, and actually it came to pass. We see everything will happen after the election, even the tribunal. It was very obvious during the tribunal, say APC don't already lose the case. But after everything, Tinubu and his team of judges, they do their magic, and everything work in favor of APC. So guys, what is actually happening in this country is really, really so sad that this is a country, and funny enough, we don't have any other country now there for bad pass. We no get any other country where we say we go now there for worse pass. So let me drop the video, make una see everything Asue get to talk. The man still believe that he's going to make it. I will drop it and some other reaction. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not. Subscription is for free. It's just for you to be getting updates as we are dropping our news. And don't forget to like and share our videos. Thanks and bye bye.
If I never learned anything for the past 1 year, okay, don't they teach me something that they talk small, soft. I beg you to sit down. Our party leaders and our fathers, I thank you. I don't want to go mentioning one by one, but I must mention some. I beg. I don't want to talk too long. I know some tired of people hungry. Food day, just calm, no problem. But I don't want to talk too long. I have to. Let me start with. I have a number of guys here, but I will start with that, so that I go see lunch job. But I will start with my guys, Chief Lucky Benedion. I thank you. Because from the day when I step into your house, when we begin talk, when you tell me, say, no shaking, no fear. Since that day, no shaking, no fear. And when I tell everybody when they this place, because if you get lucky behind you, nobody say you only get good luck, you get God luck. So I thank you, sir. God bless you. My father, my mentor, my leader, Chief Tommy Kimi. The way they speak English, don't be Oxford, don't be Cambridge, don't be Harvard. But more importantly, your integrity, your strength, your loyalty, your dedication. I thank you very much, sir. And I thank you for the mentoring. Just two more people. There's one more guy they give me bad eye because I sparked from the house yesterday. I never seen this spark before. Senator Joe Besha, my father, sir. I thank you. Pai Masoge, since that day with me and you down, when you tell me say make I sit down for your leg, I still stay on your leg. Thank you, sir. I thank all our leaders. My party chairman, you try. They don't cane you, but if they take the cane, you try. Our right honorable speaker, deputy speaker, you walked in as you were speaking. Thank you so much. I enjoy your bravery. You're a woman, a true woman of strength. Make everybody here, making a big thank for Sarah John, my deputy. Making a thank. Now, man, we God create with that man. Making a clap for her, making a clap for her, making a clap for her. I want to thank everybody here. You know, when I stepped into this arena, I'm probably the youngest member of this party. But the way I was accepted, particularly by our party chairmen in each of the local governments, starting with, I will write book. When I write book, that book will sell. Well, I remember one day when party chairman carried me for middle of night to go Edo North. But that book we will talk about another day. But I want to thank everybody here. Everybody. This family is a remarkable family. I haven't had the opportunity to publicly thank everybody since the election. In spite of the intimidation, in spite of the money spending, in spite of everything that they did to us, we won that election hands down. The other day I was arguing with Governor Lucky that my election I win more votes. He said, okay, they don't declare you, they declare me. I said, okay, that one day. But seriously, I thank everybody. You know, people gave their soul, they gave their money, they gave their time, they gave their energy, they gave their back to take the king. And we win well. So that is why when other people are coming to talk to me, say, leave this thing now, you know, saying that it's some man. I said, how? When somebody steals from you, then you say, maybe they carry your wife and your picking go. How? So I thank each and every one of you, and I rededicate and recommit that we will fight this battle to the end of the day. If we carry, see all our leaders when we carry come here inside this sun, inside this afternoon, all of them, about 5 or 6 of them, and this morning they fly each here from wherever they were. Many of our people, I even get one of my leaders, he stand up from hospital bed, he come here. So it shows the dedication and strength. So I keep thanking and thanking and thanking. Our youths, our women will back us. Some people go burn my man farm. They say you know go give evidence. They say make them burn the farm. If they like when they come burn me, if they court, you give evidence. Till today they threaten them. All our witnesses that came to give evidence, men and women of strength. I was sitting down there, they were offering one 30 million, 40 million. He said, okay, I can't listen to a phone call. We don't get 30 million. We don't even get money to give them. Now only transport money, go come. People are offering them 30 million, 40 million. So now thank, I go thank, and I keep thanking. I go kneel down, but someone don't spoil the kneel down. Person, one person there, I still kneel down every day. So I don't want spoil kneel down. So, but maybe I think I said kneel down. So, but I don't spoil kneel down because kneel down is supposed to be a genuine show. I will say you are thankful. But when person don't use this and they kneel down everywhere, like say you know get work, then we leave that one. So, but I kneel down and I thank you now. I thank everybody. I thank our youth. I thank you. Like I thank our women. I thank everybody and I can't stop thanking. I assure everybody that by God's grace when we get our mandate, we will run this first class government we've been talking about. We will stop from where people like Governor Lucky Bededion stopped. We will start from there. We will move this state. I don't talk and say no be rocket science. We go get a state where nobody poor. When I talk and people think say I just dey talk. It's easy. It's not hard like that. No be rocket science. These are those states, by God's grace, Osanode and I, when we do 8 years, by the end of those 8 years, there will be no. Now the only person who go poor, the person who don't want work. Anybody who won't work, no go poor. And those states will be the state where everybody from anywhere in the world won't come. I promise you now by the grace of God. That is what we continue to promise the people of Edo State, and it shall be so. So help us God. Many people want to hear about the court case gone on appeal. Even person wey no sabi read, just even sabi read sef, no say the thing wey dem write, that thing no really work. But since that there, they walk before I come here. Since that there, they chop. I need to talk past that. But even when you know Sabi read, you don't say that thing no be so. So we've gone on appeal. By the grace of God, our lawyers are doing even harder work. I trust them implicitly, and we will present our case at the Court of Appeal. And if need be, we present our case at the Supreme Court. Between Court of Appeal and Supreme Court, God will the enter. So by the time you enter God's presence, when you present your case to court to God, between Court of Appeal and Supreme Court, you don't say you don't win. And God is just. So let's all be strong. God is a just God. We, the people of PDP in Edo State, and we, the citizens of Edo State from the grassroots up, God is hearing our cries. God knows that we were not brought to this earth to suffer, and He will not make us suffer. We will create a first-class Edo State. So again, I thank you all. It shall be well. Please do not be afraid. Please do not be worried. There are things that are frightening that are happening around. Please do not be worried. Be strong. Be focused. Look at the chest of your leader. See the chest. Why did that? And so it will be. So I promise you all, please let's stay firm. And I want to make one more promise. You know what God has done in the last 5 months? Because if they swear us in on November 12th, many things that we know today, we're not going to know them. God Almighty is teaching us strong humility. God Almighty is teaching us strength of character. God Almighty is teaching us that it is not the face, it is the character of the man and the woman, what is inside them, not what is on their face. All those people that we selected by what was on their face, we know where they are today. God has told us that these are the men and women you can work with, not those ones. We would have made a disastrous mistake if we had been sworn in on the 12th of November. So God has taught us this lesson, and it's a lesson we must all learn. We must learn humility, we must learn the strength of character. We must learn that loyalty appropriately, godly loyalty pays. And I thank you all. Henceforth, in this our great party, we will restructure, re-strengthen, and refocus the party. You work for the party in loyalty, you will be rewarded more than appropriately. Days when people that didn't work, who are not supposed to be rewarded, are the ones that are rewarded, those days are finished. Again, I thank my fathers. I thank my leaders. I'm really grateful. We probably will be going into an election soon, the senatorial election. I know that we will come out in full force, the same way we came out in full force in September. And we shall, by God's grace, snatch that election totally. Again, the House of Rep election, same thing. I thank you. God be with you. Please, as you go home, those driving, drive gently, go easy, go safely. God is with us. We will appreciate you. We will continue to appreciate you. Understand that Osaradio and myself shall continue to appreciate you till the day we die. Thank you.
Please, I'm confused. Nigeria confuses me. And they confuse. Be like say I don't get sense. What happens? How do you prove in the Evidence Act?
Delivering judgment in Abuja on Wednesday, the tribunal said the petitioners failed to discharge the burden of proof placed on them by the law. Well, joining us now on the show is Dr. Anthony Aziegbemi, Chairman, Edo PDP Caretaker Committee. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Well, Doctor, thank you for joining us. Before now, we had a spokesperson for the APC on the program who said he's a good lawyer. I don't think he should have said that because that would be interpreted as a self-advertisement. And he also said your lawyers were stammering in court. How did you people end up with stammerers? Is that an offense? But basically what the tribunal said is that you couldn't discharge the burden of proof in your representations before the tribunal. Just your right of reply, just in case you watched the earlier guest we had on this program.
Ruben, thanks for having me. I missed that program. I didn't watch it, but I have an idea of what you will have said. So I can't thank you enough for having me, for having this right of reply. Now, let's be clear on what we had yesterday. Yesterday, there was massive, huge travesty of justice. The tribunal, the 3-man tribunal chaired by Justice Wilfred Apochi, for whatever reason, turned jurisprudence on its head. Now, when they say our lawyers were stammering, just to say that none of the lawyers yesterday spoke in court. So there was no issue of anybody, there was no need for anybody to stammer. Because it was just the judges to reel out the judgments that they have, the conclusion they got in those judgments. But what are the facts? What did we take to the tribunal? What did we expect them to look at? We have consistently said that we do not have any issues with the elections at the 4,500 polling units in Edo State. Elections were held at that level. What we have said, which we took to the tribunal, was that there was substantial non-compliance with the provisions of the Electoral Act. And we broke it down in 2 parts. Number one, they did not fill, the INEC did not fill Form EC25B, where the Supreme Court has said, if you don't fill those forms, all the results from those units affected are null and void. Now, Ruben, you permit me to say this. The Form EC25B is not filled at the polling units. It's filled at the RAC centers. A RAC center is Registration Area Center. And it's filled a day before the elections at the RAC centers, where you have the SPOs and the presiding officers. There is no political party agent at the RAC centers. So how do you expect a political party's agent to come to the court to testify to a place where he's not supposed to be, to give credence to the fact that the Form EC25B, which was not filled in 320 polling units, we should have taken out of APC's votes about 46,000 votes. You say we should have called a polling unit agent to come there. That is travesty of justice. That is not right. That is not in Nigeria we want to live with. That is not Nigeria we want to bequeath to our kids. Second leg of our petition, we said there was overvoting in 175 polling units. You are saying, even if we brought the beavers, we brought the extracts, we brought the from EC8A to show that there was overvoting, we should have called the 175 polling unit agents to come and testify. And you know the most interesting thing of the whole thing? The tribunal hinged the argument on our calling the polling unit agents because on the case of Tanko versus INEC. That's a senatorial election case in Kaduna in 2023, where the APC candidate lost to the PDP candidate. And the appeal court then said that this section 137 of the Electoral Act that says if you have the documentary evidence certified by the relevant authority, you don't need oral evidence. They are saying we should have still called, because that section, that's what the appeal court said, that section does not give you the right not to call polling unit agents. But Ruben, will you believe that we are not talking about polling unit agents? At that level, we are fine.
Okay. So I'd like to ask a question now, like I asked from the first guest. I don't know if you are a lawyer, because you see, we faced this problem after the presidential elections went to courts and the judgment of the Supreme Court. The question is, what's the Evidence Act like? How do you prove in this case? If a court says you brought Beaver's machine, but you just brought some recording somewhere of the Beaver, are you supposed to be the one to operate the Beavers? Are you to prove to them in the courts? I mean, because I don't know. The same court system said you chronologically arrived at your evidence and all of that, arranged your evidence, but you didn't prove in the end. that your witnesses didn't speak to the event. Please, I'm confused. Nigeria confuses me. And they confuse. Like I say, I don't get sense. What happens? How do you prove in the Evidence Act?
That is, that is why the candidate and the party, we are taking this thing to the appeal court. We have to take it to the appeal court. Just as you are confused, I am confused. I'm sure most Nigerians are confused. We don't seem to understand what the judiciary is trying to do with this country. A document is brought to your court, certified by the authority meant to certify it. The materials were brought to the court. You admitted them. In ruling on the motions, some motions brought in yesterday, he said the court admits these documents, and he overruled the objections of the second and the third respondents. And you turn back and say, no, though we admitted those documents, but the documents were dumped on us. Is it that at this level, at the tribunal level, is it that they didn't want to read? Is it that they didn't want to look at those documents? Is it that they didn't have the capacity? Is it that something else made them to arrive at that conclusion that they arrived at yesterday? I'm confused too, like you, Oseni. And that is why we think at the appellate court and ultimately at the Supreme Court.
Who is supposed to even, walk the beavers machine for the courts? I mean, they say you people brought beavers machine, but you didn't walk the beavers. Who is supposed to? I don't understand. Please, I don't, because for the interest of, I don't know how this Evidence Act happened. Dr. Abati, maybe you might have some clarity, as you are a lawyer of many years of repute and training. I don't know how these things in the Evidence Act works. That's my confusion this morning. Dr. Abati, over to you.
Okay, Dr. Azegemi, if I may come in here. Now, what the tribunal said is that, yes, documents were provided in as many bags as possible, but that documents do not speak for themselves. That you have to adduce the evidence, and that it's not their duty to go on a voyage of discovery of whatever was inside those bags of evidence. In other words, they were saying that you were not able to prove your case. That's the PDP and your candidate, in terms of overvoting and non-compliance. That's what they said, to be clear. And it was your duty to discharge the burden of proof. However, there was something else that happened that I wanted to draw attention to. About 24 hours before that tribunal had delivered this verdict, there was some story in circulation about how there was a leaked ruling, and that in any case, the tribunal was going to vote 2-1, that there will be a dissenting position. But at the end of the day, what that leaked, tribunal judgment has done is to say, well, the tribunal will rule against the PDP and your candidate. How did you feel? In case you saw that story, just before, did you see it as some kind of hanky-panky in the judicial process, or you thought, well, this must be fake news or AI generated, since we're in the age of social media?
Yes, I saw that purportedly leaked tribunal judgment 24 hours before the judgment. I didn't make sense of it. I thought a few APC hotheads were just trying to boost their base, and I didn't lend credence to it. I just felt it was one of those type of things you do so that your base will not be shattered, or they will not be too shattered when you lose. So for us as a party, we ignored it. We didn't, if you notice, we didn't issue any statement on that. Many people called to say, what is the party doing about that? And I said, no, we're not going to deal on rumors. We would rather deal with facts when we have them. Just as we have them now, Tribunal has taken a decision which we think is clearly travesty of justice, and we think that they became effectively the fourth respondent in this case. And that is why we are going to the appeal court. Ultimately, we'll get to the Supreme Court and make sure that this travesty, the will of Edo people, which they freely expressed on the 21st of September, is up ahead when they voted massively for Asue Fumes and the PDP during that election.